Bling.
Alright, well that was totally awesome building that board. I'm so looking forward to riding it and learning how to skateboard again, going to some skate parks, doing all that fun stuff. But I had a couple more questions about the company itself. I know that you've mentioned that you focus a lot on education and you have educational workshops. What is that usually like? What does the educational workshop entail, and what inspired this big focus on education?
So the workshop basically entails basically the same thing that you just went through, but in a lot of cases we'll try and go further in depth on some of the topics. So when we're in a school, for example, and also the workshops vary depending on what age group, who our audience is. So the most basic workshop is what you went through. That's the quickest one. Other workshops might be like a week long, like full time basically, where we're actually going through, we start off learning CAD, computer aided design, and all the students will create a CAD model of their board, and then use that to print out a template, like how we printed out your template. So we get into CAD, we'll do mold making, and get into how math is applied in mold making. So we'll use trigonometry, geometry, the quadratic equation, other algebra to help design and make our molds. After we make those foam molds, we go through the vacuum forming process as you did, and also the finishing process, which is the sanding, the clear coating, and lastly the art, where the students will get to customize it, and you'll get to customize it on your own.
Alright, cool. Well, you've been doing this for a little bit, you've been skateboarding, you've been building the boards. What do you think is the coolest board you've ever had to build for a customer?
The coolest board I've had to build for a customer, it's tough to pick a favorite. The first, like a whole bunch are coming to mind. The first two that came to mind, which are like some of the most recent unique ones, are someone had me make a type of freestyle skateboard that had the trucks mounted on the kicks, and thus had had kicks that were basically twice the size of the board. So it was like a big slant shape, which was really interesting. But really kind of highlighted the uniqueness of what if a customer has an idea for something, I can make it. I've done other ones where customers requested wheel wells in the board, and I've done another one where I created a laser cut design, so I laser engraved this New York City skyline onto the board and made a New York City themed board.
Right.
So it's really cool. I'm sure there's more, but those are some of the first few cool ones that came to mind.
All right, well, just one last question then. What do you think, moving forward as a board company, and as a board company that does something so cool as custom, handmade boards, what do you think your goal is moving forward when you're going forward with your company in a year, 2 year, 3 years, etc.?
Yeah, so the goal is really to kind of bridge. The goal is really to empower the greater community to be more proactive and creative, to inspire more creators out there. Skateboarding itself has always been a very personally important thing to me, and really gave me the opportunity to express myself and be creative so easily. It really highlighted the freedom. There's a lot of freedom you get in skateboarding, and by tying in the engineering, it kind of bridges the gap that exists between that theoretical stuff that you might learn in school, like why are we learning this math, why do we need to know these science facts, things like that, why do we need to understand the scientific process. Well, going through this design and build of a skateboard deck is really just that, and even if you don't go through the design and build of a deck, if you're just a skateboarder, you can sort of work your way into the scientific process, because all of our designs are open source. I mean, you can look up the geometry and the construction of the boards, so you can start to keep track of how different shapes, different materials impact how you skate, and that in itself is kind of go through a scientific process to try and find the best shape for you. So.
Well, I'm looking forward to experimenting with all of that as a skateboarder and as a maker. I'm looking forward to trying out the deck. So thank you very much for showing us how to build the deck and for being on the show. It's really awesome.
Thanks for having me and thanks for building it. Your board came out awesome.
Awesome. Thank you. Cool.